What's up guys, Kennedy here. I decided to start a video series about wheel sizes because there's so much marketing game going on here, and it's super difficult for people to really choose between different wheel sizes. So I decided to make like 2 or 3 episodes something about the theory of those wheels, and then we're gonna do some huge test here in Poland using many different bikes, and many riders will take part in this. And we will really tell you what's the feel of riding 26, 27.5 and 29er. But today I'm gonna just start with what those manufacturers tells you. So the reason I made this first part is to really prove that it's not what you read on the websites, on this marketing stuff, that will really help you to make a right choice. And why? I'm gonna show you something that 4 huge manufacturers tells us, which is Giant, Scott, Trek and Cannondale. I'm gonna start with Trek and Cannondale because this is super easy. Trek and Cannondale, they've made their choice. It's 29er, period. 27.5 is only for shorter riders, for smaller frame sizes. That's it. There is no option for like FSI 27.5 or 29er, and Specialized has the same approach to this topic. So 29er, that's their choice. Now we've got Giant here. They've made their decision of 27.5. So they say this is the best wheel size, period. Even though they do make models with 29-inch wheels, because there are customers for that, of course. But they explain here that 27.5 is the best. I'm going to show you what do they really explain. And then there is Scott. Scott is somewhere in the middle because they do have, of course, 29 and 27.5 versions of their models, but they say both, like 29er is the best and 27.5 is the best, and you have no clue whatsoever which are you going to choose. Now, I'm not saying these bikes aren't good. I'm not saying 29ers is scam or 27.5 is just scam. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's lots of problems to this topic, and I'm saying that 26 is not dead yet, and probably never will be. Let's start with what Giant say. First of all, when you go for technology on Giant websites, you can see here different technologies that Giant uses. One of these is 27.5, and there's no 29er technology. I mean, there are 29er specific frame sets of Giant, but they don't call it like technology. Why? They try to explain it here, showing us some very nice graphs and pictures. First of all, they say lighter weight. And 2 things here. Overall bike weight, they say that same components, same bike for 27.5 and 29er has about 2 or up to 2 pounds of overall bike weight savings for 27.5. So 2 pounds is like almost 1 kilogram. It's a lot. So they say 27.5 bike will be lighter. The next thing is that the wheel and tire weight will be less, right? And here we can see this picture that, of course, the best in terms of the weight will be 26, but 27.5 will be only 5% heavier, and 29er will be 12% heavier. So they say 27.5 is a really good choice. They say it's a win-win combination. That's what Giants say. Efficiency, and then we have another picture about rollover, and of course 29er will be the best, 26 the worst one in terms of rollover, in terms of the angle of the attack. But then, as you can see, 27.5 was closer to 26 in terms of weight savings, which is better, and here it's closer to 29er in terms of the rollover. So it really looks like 27.5 would be the best choice here. The next thing is the acceleration, and here it's like kind of in the middle but closer to 26. So once more, better choice, just better choice. Then in terms of the control of the traction surface, once more 27.5 has 2 centimeters more than 26 and just 1 less than 29er. It does really look good for 27.5 for mid-size wheel. They went even further, showing us the frame stiffnesses. It does seem really, logic here that 26, we have 2 points, the bottom bracket and the head tube. 26 is the stiffest one and the lightest frame, of course, but 27.5 isn't that far from 26. 29er is far from, like, bottom bracket is 5% more flexy and head tube is 6% more flexy, and for 27.5 it's only 2 and 2, so great. And then the frame geometry, of course, it affects different rider height. So Giant say 27.5 is our technology, we use it and that's the best one. Of course they make 29ers, as I said, but they don't really say that 29er is like super smooth, super stable and so on. They don't say it, they say 27.5 is the choice. Now for Scott, that's it's really funny thing here, because they say something about 29 wheels and 27.5, and let's look what they said about those. 29ers, best rollover performance, carries momentum, maximum traction surface, best stability on easy trails, lowest suspension stress, great for larger frame sizes, increased stability on long curve. Now if we look at 27.5, it's just, same advantages. Problem is, those manufacturers won't give us disadvantages of the wheels that much, they will tell us what are the advantages. Increased rollover, same advantage as 29er. They say best rollover performance, right? Next one, increased momentum. They say carries momentum, same advantages. Then we can read increased traction, maximum traction surface. So it's just almost all the same, and then less rotational weight than 29er, more agile than 29er. So they don't tell us here for 29er that it's heavier, it's not as stiff as 26, only the advantages, and here among the advantages, less weight, more agile. More suspension travel options, that's true. Short chain stays, that's the additional advantage of the 27.5, and then balance, stability and performance, and also great balance of agility and momentum. Geometry closer to 26. If I was to decide between 27.5 and 29, by reading these descriptions, I would really think, okay, these are the same or what, or should I just go for 26? And then I would know 26 is just outstanding. The lightest, the stiffest, the I don't know, the fastest, maybe less momentum or less traction surface, and then I would know what's going on with those wheels. So it's super difficult to read those descriptions and make decision on which wheel is the best one. On the next episode, it will be still a theory episode. I'm gonna show you some studies which are super interesting in terms of this scientifically, scientific approach to these wheels tells us that there is no difference whatsoever, but there is a difference in terms of how do we feel on the bike, and then how fast do we really ride. And it will be super surprising for you that what you would think for the uphills and downhills, what would be the advantages of 29er and 26er will be something really different from what we think it should be. So 26, 27.5, 29, Cannondale and Trek, they say 29er period, 27.5 only for small frames, 27.5 that's the choice of Giant, and Scott they say 27.5 and 29 are just best wheels, and you don't know whatsoever which one will really help you with your riding style. So that's it for this episode. Give me some thumbs up, thumbs down if this topic is interesting for you. I decided already to make some few episodes about it, and give me also your feedback on different wheel sizes. If you tried different ones, what do you think about it? Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.